Happy Easter Monday. Of course, we're a day removed from the big holiday and the big snow event. The record-setting 7.5 inches here in Rochester of snowfall. It is a whole different story right now. We're looking now live just before 8 o'clock, 8:30 rather, this morning with our Gwaltney Group camera from downtown Rochester. 20 degrees. The temperature has been as cold as 18 degrees, but it feels a lot colder than that. Look at these winds, 21 miles per hour. We're going to have to deal with that pretty much all day. Northwest winds at times gusting to 30 miles per hour through the day in the wake of that departing storm system. So don't let the sun deceive you, bottom line there, because it looks like a decent day. Of course, it looks like a winter day, and it feels like, with temperatures like we're experiencing and with the coating of snow, for all intents and purposes, it might as well be, February 10th instead of April 13th here to start the work week. But I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. We're talking about really cold sunshine today. We're going to see a little more snow before we finally start turning the corner. We do have a little snow coming our way late this afternoon and early evening, so that's one thing we're going to be watching here today. Otherwise, wind chills barely above zero. I mean, it's really cold out there for April standards. Keeping in mind, 56 is the average high this time of the year. We were there, in fact, exceeding that on Saturday. It's such a beautiful day, and we the whole time kept thinking, I can't believe it's going to snow tomorrow, and yet it did. It was a snowy day, and those winds made it so much even worse. But here's a live look outside. Temperatures right now in the low and mid-20s, 22 in Preston, Rochester 20, 25 in Charles City, 28 degrees in La Crosse. It feels like 4. Winds 21 miles per hour. I've had gusts up to 30. We're going to do that off and on throughout the day. Air pressure is rising as high pressure tries to come in and kind of settle out those winds and calm things down, but that'll be a couple days before I really completely do that. Well, at least right now we're enjoying some sun. We'll have that for the first 2/3 of the day. After about 3 or so, the clouds will thicken. Then 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, light snow will be possible. Burst of snowfall. It's light accumulation, but I will say some of it may fall in a rapid clip, so maybe bursts of heavy snow that yield light accumulation. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. But looking at high temperatures around 33, 34 degrees or so this afternoon, just barely above freezing. Not warm enough to melt a whole lot of snow, let me tell you. It's not going to be above freezing for very long, so we're not going to do a whole lot of melting today. Nor will we be doing that next couple of days. But there's a storm system churning its way out to the east. Behind it, we have a little energy coming in from the northwest, a little batch of snow showers coming out of the Dakotas that will reach us late this afternoon. Then high pressure for the midweek, and then behind that, finally we start the warming process. But today, topping out just above freezing. Then we drop back to the mid and upper teens later tonight. Windy with light snow late in the day today, half inch or less of accumulation, just in time for the evening commute. So keep that in mind later today. Cold with some flurries tomorrow and even Wednesday, but each day less and less wind, but more and more sun. And then by the end of the week, a nice decent warm-up. 40s by Friday and then 50s for the upcoming weekend. But here's that little batch of snow. Watch that as it comes in for the northwest, for southern Minnesota, North Iowa. Half inch or less. It's possible, though. Some of that intense snowfall may yield a little more than half an inch for some of us. So that's something to consider around 4:30 until about 7 this evening. Later on, the winds will continue to drop off later tonight. Clear skies, temperatures in the teens. And tomorrow, still watching these little flurries come into the area. So nothing measurable, but little snowflakes here and there. Occasional sun tomorrow, and even into Wednesday, the same situation plays out with daytime temperatures only barely above freezing. Then we start seeing winds turn more to the south by Thursday, and that's when we start that warming process. But today, look for late afternoon snow. Again, half inch or less in the way of snowfall. That's the GFS computer model snowfall outlook for that span of time this afternoon into the evening. 34 today in Rochester, 37 in Mason City. Northwest winds still reaching 30 miles per hour, so howling out of the northwest. Cold winds, maybe a little blowing snow at times today with wind chills in the single digits and teens. 18 tonight. Winds dropping off to around 15 miles per hour, so not quite as windy. And then tomorrow, a brisk breeze, a few flurries, occasional sun. 32 for your Tuesday, and then we start turning the corner by around Friday into Saturday. We go from the 40s to 50s. Now, keep in mind, 56 is the average high for this time of the year. By the end of the weekend and next week, 59 is the seasonal average. We finally start getting there, and start seeing some 60s return by the middle of next week. So a lot to look forward to down the road. Today, some of the coldest weather in more than 3 weeks. Here's the 7-day forecast. Snow showers later today, flurries tomorrow and Wednesday, and then a couple of sprinkles or light showers on Saturday, but most of the weekend looks pretty good with temperatures up to where you expect them to be this time of the year. In the meantime, today, don't forget your snow boots, really, and your winter coats, because it's, for all intents and purposes, it's right back to winter mode here for this Monday. Stay warm, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.